Right, folks, I read today that Jane Moore and Janet Street Porter, you know, I've said it before, I quite like Janet. I know many don't, but I do. She says it as she sees it. She's not worried about ruffling a few feathers. That's the kind of girl I like. Anyway, effectively, they've gone on strike from loose women. They've not been seen on our screens for a couple of weeks. And the reason is ITV are trying to get them to sign contracts to say that they are employed by ITV. They're saying they're not. They're saying they're freelancers and have been for many a year. And looking at things from the outside, I would suggest that they're right. They both do loads of things outside Loose Women. Sometimes you might not see them on Loose Women from week to week. The maximum they're ever on the show is probably twice in a week, and more often than not, they probably appear once a week. That to me isn't a full-time contract. Anyway, they're refusing to sign it because of the tax implications and other implications too. I think it's the same contract that they tried to force Carol Mc Giffin to sign last year. She said no, and in the end she had to walk away. It's happening to the rest of the panel now, and Moore and Street Porter are deciding at this stage to do the same, although they both said they don't want to walk away, but they think ITV are being unfair. It could have severe tax implications to them further down the line. I think Eamon Holmes got done by the tax man only back end of last year, I think. He's got a bill for about $250,000 that he's got to pay. I read somewhere that he was complaining that he would have to sell his home, his house, sorry, that was how he said it, his house, to pay it off. Turns out it wasn't the house he lives in, it's a house that he owns in Ireland. Some would suggest he's looking to have a few houses, others would say, well, he's worked hard for it. All I would say on the Eamon Holmes front is, he didn't work absolutely full-time on This Morning, but he did a regular stint every single week. I think it was on a Friday. But during the course of all the summer holidays and all other holidays, Philip and Ollie liked their holidays. They were really keen on it. So him and Ruth tended to do a 4 or even a 5-day week, but at least a 4-day week. So I think they probably have more reason to sign it than most. These other two and McGiffin, I think they're being unfairly pressured myself. But then again, what do I know? I don't. But yeah, they could be off our screens for a long time, and they say it's going to affect lots of people on that panel and throughout the channel in the near future. So we may see lots of faces from lots of shows disappearing from our screens until it all gets resolved, and maybe it never will. But yeah, I was interested to read that, and you wonder who else they're going to get away, that they're going to lose, and more importantly, who are going to replace them, because they've got some right dibs on some of these shows at the moment. They really, really have. It's going to be some more of these other people with absolutely no talent, willing to be on absolutely anything, and willing to sign anything and sign their lives away just to get the gig. Anyway, that's it from me on that one.